Hey. Hey.
お願いします。
お願いします。Hey. Looking down. And sides. Hey, ear to shoulders. Circles one way. And the other way. Arm going forward. And back. Shomen. Hey, yokomen. Hey, waves. And side. Hey, Taizaki. And tight. Hey, yoko. Benji. Hey, yoko. Hey, breathing in. Out. In. Out. One more. In. Go. Hey. Up. Forward. And down. Oh. And your knees from the back. Circles one way. Circles the other way. And sides. front, back, open toes, right, hips, leg, lowering down, going forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. Looking one side, and the other side. Hips up, hips down, hips up, down, hips up, and your spine up. Shoulders and circles. Direction and the other direction. Feet, leg side side. Away. Change. Goes up. Change. Hands in front. Change. Side side. Open legs. Elbows down. Hey. Move forward. Back. Forward. It's back. Forward. It's up. It's down. It's up. It's down. It's up. It's down. And back. Oh. Hey, that's so. Okay. So this week we've been working a lot in the dojo on the idea of actually realize this mic is really far. We've been working on the idea of some essential parts of the body that are important to have extra awareness for our Aikido training. We started obviously with the core muscles as an essential part of the body that we use in order to in order to train properly. So probably it wouldn't be a bad idea to remember that the core muscles we can divide into three types of study. First one is the awareness of the core muscles and how the core muscles activate and how which elements of our body we are talking about when we talk about core muscle awareness. Then it's also the second part will be core muscle strengthening, and for that there is an entire variety of exercises, many of them which are now in the strength and conditioning program that we have in our members area to actually strengthen our core muscle current status. And then the last one is the awareness of using those core muscles with that awareness and with that strength within specific Aikido techniques, within our specific Aikido training, to remember that this is always part of our Aikido training. Again, in the same way that breathing consciously should always be part of our Aikido training, and maybe one day when we have done many years of conscious practice, maybe one day we'll be doing it unconsciously on our Aikido training, but definitely it requires first a lot of time of we consciously doing something so it becomes embodied and then it becomes a natural part of our practice. It's the same thing with our core muscles. We have to do a lot of work first with them for a long time, and then eventually maybe they become a natural part of a subconscious part of our day-to-day practice. Okay, so let's talk about those three. Let's do those three things: core muscle awareness, core muscle strength and conditioning, and then core muscle utilization in Aikido, in our Aikido sessions. Okay, so let's start with the first one, which is the core muscle awareness. So we've been talking about in dojo how it's okay to have awareness in two planes: the vertical plane and then the horizontal plane, or more than the horizontal is the circular plane or anything that goes around your core muscles. So the vertical plane and then the all round. There's a name, and I keep forgetting now. When you say something is around you, okay? There's an actual name for that. But anyway, they're around you core muscles. So for your vertical plane, just please remember that you're going to use your nose. First of all, you're going to try to inhale with your nose. That's the first port of call of the air. The air is there going to go to your chest. Then you're going to try to lower it to your upper abdomen. Then you're going to lower it into your lower abdomen and lower back. And then ideally, you have to continue that awareness all the way to your pelvic muscles, which are right at the end of your torso, all the way down to your bum, your anus, all of that kind of part of your anatomy. Okay, so nose, chest, upper diaphragm, and lower back, and then pelvic muscles. Okay, so the way that we want to do that is obviously you inhale through your nose, expand your chest, and relax. Again, inhale through your nose, expand your chest, and relax. One more time, inhale through your nose, expand your chest, and relax. Okay, so now you are going to inhale through your nose, expand your chest, and go to your upper level abdomen. So inhale through nose, chest, lower the body to your upper level abdomen, and exhale. Inhale, nose, chest, upper level abdomen, exhale. One more, nose, chest, upper level abdomen, exhale. So now we're going to go from upper level abdomen, expanding your upper level abdomen, and try to drop it into your lower level abdomen and into your lower back. We did yesterday an exercise. If you can, maybe just to do this very quickly, if you go down on your floor and you lay down with your knees bent. If you are laying down like that, you naturally have a curvature on your lower back, your lumbar area. So naturally you have, your lordosis, which is your natural curvature. So if you close that curvature, if you push your pelvic back and you close the gap between the floor and your lower back, now there is no gap. If you take a deep breath and you try to push into the ground with your lower back when you take a deep breath. So breathe in and push down through your lower back into the ground and breathe out. Breathe in and try to push into the ground with your lower back. Breathe out. Breathe in. Try to push into the ground with your lower back. Push, push, push. Breathe out. Couple more. Breathe in. Push into the ground with your lower back. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. Push into the ground with your lower back. Breathe out. Okay. So if you come up in Seiza again, so a little bit try to remember that sensation of you pushing down into the ground with your lower back. That will be more or less what it is to take the air from your upper abdomen to your lower abdomen. Okay, so nose, chest, upper abdomen, lower back. Okay, so let's try. Breathe in, chest, upper abdomen, lower back. Breathe out. Breathe in, chest, upper abdomen, lower back. Breathe out. Breathe in, chest, upper abdomen, lower back. One more. Breathe in, chest, upper abdomen, lower back. Breathe out. Okay. So now the final stop is going to be all the way down to basically your bum, your pelvic muscle. So if you're sitting in Seiza, your bum is sitting on your heels. So you can feel your bums and your heels sitting on each other. So what I want you to do is to squeeze those, your glutes and just basically have that feeling into your heels. So just squeeze the glutes and feel your heels. Squeeze the glutes and feel your heels. Squeeze glutes, feel your heels. Squeeze glutes, feel your heels. Okay? Now, the only thing that we're going to do is that we're going to basically go nose, chest, upper abdomen, and lower back, and then squeezing your glutes, feeling your heels, and then breathing out. So that will a little bit bring your pelvic muscles into a little bit into contact. Okay, so you're going to go all the way down from your nose, all the way down to your glutes, squeezing and feeling your heels. Okay, so breathing in through your nose, chest, upper abdomen, and lower back. Squeeze glutes, heels. Breathe out. Breathing in, nose, chest, upper abdomen, lower back, squeeze glutes, heels, breathe out. Breathe in, nose, chest, upper abdomen, lower back, glutes, heels, relax. Or breathe out. One more, breathing in, chest, upper abdomen, lower abdomen, heels, relax. All right, so that is that vertical plane in which the air is coming through. So now, usually in training, we don't do so many steps, like nose, chest, upper abdomen, lower back, heels. Okay, usually it should all happen all the way down to your glutes and heels. So let's do a few breathings where you don't do it like pause like that. You just take a deep breath all the way down, pull it down into your squeezing with your glutes into your heels, and trying to remember the air passing through all of those places, okay? But just as a single movement, okay? Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, out, in, out, in, out. One more, in and out. Okay, so that is the vertical type of integration that we need to be aware of, all the way from our nose all the way to our pelvic area. So now if you stand up, we're going to try our all-round integration. Okay, so just remember that there are three parts of the core muscles that have to engage. One is the frontal muscles, which most people can engage, expand and contract, expand and contract. Again, sometimes it's even interesting to see people who do not work with the diaphragm or their core muscles very much, and they still doubt or even not sure what to do, how do you inhale and exhale. So first one is your core muscles here, sorry, your frontal muscles. Second one is your obliques, which is the sideways, and the third one is your lower back muscles. Okay, so even on the front muscles, just make sure that we can do this. Put your fingers, put your hands together and things like that. Turn your fingers backwards towards you. Put them below your rib cage, at the level of your diaphragm. And now you're going to push. So you're going to breathe out, and you're going to push in to your body, and then you're going to breathe in. And you're going to expand and let those fingers come out as you breathe in. So you're going to breathe out, you're going to push in, you're going to breathe in, and you're going to push with your core muscles, with your stomach, if you want to think about it like that, your fingers out. Okay, so it's just as the front muscle engagement. So breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, and relax. Okay, so that's your front side, just to make sure that most people have awareness on that. Obliques are a little bit more difficult. So in this case, if you put again your fingers, 2 fingers or 3 fingers into your obliques. Now let's see if you can happen the same thing. You're pushing in, when you breathe out, and you breathe in, and you try to see if you can feel the same pressure, the same thing of your obliques pushing your fingers out. Okay, so breathing out, pushing in, breathing in, pushing those fingers out, breathing out, pushing in, breathing in, fingers out, breathing out, pushing in, breathing in, fingers out. One more, breathing out, pushing in, breathing in, fingers out, and relax. Okay, so now, so that's your front, that's your obliques, and then the same thing should happen with your back muscles. We did a little bit of that exercise on the floor where you could feel your back muscles more or less engaging. You could do your hands and put them there and attempt the same thing, but let's skip that one and let's go straight to our C-shaped hands, where you have, you put your hands like a C shape, you put them again below your rib cage, above your hips. Your fingers are going to feel the front of your abdominal muscles. Your webbing of your hand is going to feel the obliques, and your thumbs are going to feel the lower back muscles. Okay, so fingers front, webbing sides, thumbs, lower back muscles. And then ideally the same exercise, which you squeeze in, breathe out, and then you breathe in, and everything hopefully will expand. Okay, so hands in there, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathe out, and breathe in. Expand, 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 and relax. Okay. So, those those exercises are in order to bring awareness to the movement and the presence and the levels of your core muscles from from the vertical perspective. Okay, from your nose. Remember that it starts with breathing in through your nose, and somehow the air should go all the way down into your pelvic floor. Right, so that's number one. And from the horizontal perspective, the fact that we have frontal muscles, oblique muscles, and back muscles, and all of those should engage and expand when we are engaging our core muscles. Possibly the last thing just to remember is that it is useful at the beginning to coordinate breathing with core muscle engagement. It's like if you think about, let's say, your bicep, right? So if you put your hand like that, and you breathe in and you engage your bicep, and then you breathe out and you disengage your bicep, right? So you breathe in, you engage bicep, you breathe out, you disengage bicep. So it's okay to link breathing in with engagement and breathing out with disengagement, but muscle groups and breathing can also be, they don't have to necessarily go together. So you can breathe in and engage bicep, and you can breathe out and keep the bicep engaged, and then you can relax. You can breathe in, engage bicep, you can breathe out, keep it engaged, and then you can relax. Okay, so you can breathe in, engage bicep, breathe out, keep it engaged, and then relax. So the same way that your bicep can remain engaged while you breathe in and breathe out, core muscles should be able to remain somehow engaged when you breathe out. So when you put your hands here, at the moment we are coordinating squeezing and breathing out, breathing in and engaging. But what we're going to do now is we're going to squeeze, we're going to breathe out, then we're going to breathe in and engage, and then we're going to keep engagement and we're going to breathe out while the engagement still happens. And then at the end of that breathe out, we're going to relax. Okay, so now so just separate the breathing in and engaging, breathing out, disengaging. Okay, so squeezing in, breathing out, breathing in, engage, expand. Keep that engagement and breathe out. And relax. Now, good. Okay, breathe out, squeeze in. Breathe in, engage. Keep the engagement and breathe out. And relax. One more time, breathing in, engage. Keep engagement, breathe out. And relax. Okay? So just important to remember also that you're breathing in, engaging, breathing out, disengagement doesn't necessarily happen because remember in our techniques, in practice, we breathe in, control my partner, and then let's say we breathe out. And that's when we project. We need to continue having engagement in that moment. So we cannot go breathing in, engage, and then begin to project and relax core muscles. No. Breathe in, engage, keep core muscles engaged, project with core muscle engagement, and then you can relax. Okay, so you enter into EQ, and so we'll can practice that in a couple of minutes. We have time. So, but that's just to remember that engagement, disengagement has to happen. So that's the first part, the part of core muscle awareness and how does that work. And then there's part of the core muscle conditioning. So I'm not going to do a lot because there's all of these exercises in the strength and conditioning program, but we have some basic exercises to work with. So and especially in the conditioning program, there are exercises for the frontal core muscles, oblique core muscles, and back core muscles. So please pay attention to that because let's say sit-ups are great exercises, but only for a certain part of the core muscles, not for the 360 degrees that we want to be aware of. So let's say for frontal muscles, and your frontal muscles all the way from top to the bottom, okay, will be basically your dead box, your hands up, and dead box cross lateral, so opposite leg, opposite head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, same homolateral, same side, same leg, same side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bilateral, both hands, both legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. Now up into your hips and extending your legs and hands in front. Okay, isometric. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Relax. All right, so that's good for your upper frontal muscles and lower frontal muscles. So now for your obliques, the strength and conditioning program has many good exercises, but obviously a basic one is the side plank. Okay, and the strength and conditioning exercise has a very nice variation. There's a few nice variations. There's a couple with clamping with the legs, which is good. Has them on the knees, which is good. And then it has this one that it has a stretching exercise as well, or a passing through exercise. So let's do that one. So go into your plank position. Okay, and now your hand goes up and through your body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. And change this. And remember, if you cannot do your plank in with your knees off, you can always keep your knees on and just raise with your knees on, and then do the same exercise with your knees bent. Okay, so you can do them on your feet, or you can do them on your knees down. But the important thing is that you raise that oblique. That oblique is engaged, and then from there on you proceed. Okay, so now the other side, and so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. Okay, so that will be for your one exercise for your obliques. And then obviously for the lower back, okay, with the classic Superman cobras, okay, when you kind of basically raise your hands, raise your head and your arms, and then you repeat that several times. Okay, ready? And go. 1, holding, down. 2, hold, down. 3, hold, down. 4, hold, down. 5, hold, down. 6, down. 7, down. 8, down. 9, down. 10, down, and up. Good. All right, so that's, for example, the set of exercises for frontal, obliques, and back. There's a few sets, and you can repeat that ongoingly. After that, you can add exercises that are more on the functional as opposed to the specific kind of angle of things, which is exercises that have some time of movement. Famously, and interestingly, one very important exercise for core stability is carrying something on one side, a shopping bag or a bag of something, anything that basically is asking your body to tip over, but you have to maintain it straight in order to continue walking on one side. Okay, I famously kind of joke one day that I think that the decline of Western civilization started when you had to go to an airport or a train station, and then instead of carrying your bag and walking with it, you kind of wheels came, and then now you can drag your bag, and eventually you don't even have to drag your bag because now the suitcases have 4 wheels, so you just basically stand up with it and you just walk with it very comfortable. It's super comfortable. It's true, like four wheels versus 2 wheels versus carrying it. It's true. I mean, a 4-wheeler is you don't have to do anything, you just walk with it. A two-wheeler, at least you have to kind of drag it somehow, so you feel a bit of drag. But before when people had to kind of pick up their bag and walk with their bag, it was a different kind of experience. But yeah, that simple exercise, the simple exercise of picking up something of reasonable some weight that is asking your body to go sideways and just carrying it and walking with it is forcing your body, is forcing your core muscles to maintain a structure and stability. Otherwise, your body would do that. So yeah, go shopping and pick up your bag. Just remember to change size every now and again. Watering cans. That's right. Watering cans, shopping bags, naughty children, whatever. Anything that you pick up with your hand and walk on, that's all going to be good. All right. So apart from that, these other exercises. So for example, these sideways kick throughs, are good because they force a little bit of core muscle engagement, especially on the lower abdomen, keeping your leg up. Your leg has to be parallel to the ground, so don't put it on the ground. So let's just do a few of those to move on that side. So hands down, legs halfway in, pivot into one side, extend, hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, back, pivot, extend, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pivot, 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pivot, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pivot, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pivot, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So now this time, okay, if we're going to do them constantly. One side, the other side, one side, the other side, one side, the other side, one side, the other side. So not terribly fast, but just continuously, okay? So see, we can, if I'm going too fast, just do them continuously at your own pace, okay? So here goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20, and relax. All right, so that's the second part, okay? The second part is strength, core muscle, strength, and conditioning. All of these exercises are very important to do as much as we can because they form the foundation of the connection between the lower body and the upper body. We cannot generate we can generate enough force through good connection on the lower body, but that force will not be transmitted to the upper body if we don't have a stability in the middle to transmit that force properly. And if we do not have either, if we are not generating force in the lower body, or if we don't have good capacity to transmit that force, then the upper body is left alone to try to do things on its own accord. And that's what we erroneously call muscular strength. When people say, "Oh, you're using too much muscle," it's a terrible way of describing a situation. You have to use muscles. You are a body, so there's no way of moving. There's no way of standing. There is no way of walking unless you use muscles. So, what we usually blame as too much muscle or muscle strain is basically the upper body isolating itself from the core and from the lower body. It's when we push with the arms, when we push with the chest, and we don't have, in Aikido training, the assistance of the lower body or the direction and the power of the lower body transmitting through the core into the upper body. And that's what feels like too much muscle, but it's not a great way of saying it. All right, so the last thing is obviously putting those things together, in technique. Okay, so for example, if you stand up and you just basically do very basic exercises like Mawariashi, okay, to extend hands, engage core muscles, Mawariashi, change side, extend hands, engage core muscles, Mawariashi, change side, extend hand, engage core muscles, down, owariyashi, change. Same hand, engage core muscle, owariyashi, change. Hand, core muscle, owariyashi, then hands, core muscle, owariyashi. Now, imagine what that is to continue that engagement in longer techniques such as Shihonage. So Shihonage Ura, same thing, engage for muscles, keep them engaged, move into Shihonage, and then control, and then relax, and then you can relax your core muscles. So this is a longer technique, okay, but still has a requirement of engaging core muscles throughout the technique, okay. So in order to keep those muscle engaged throughout the technique, you need strength and conditioning, and you need awareness. Otherwise, it's just not there at all. Okay, so yeah, okay, and in front, Shikonage, turn, pivot, step, step, and cut. So many movements, very long. Okay, in all of that time, try to keep your core muscles engaged. Engage your core muscles, and turn, pivot, step, step, and cut. Engage core muscles, turn, pivot, step, step, and cut. So turn, pivot, step, step, and cut. Now, eliminate. A couple more and then you get the idea. So eliminate. You are going to step in, you are going to go down to Yoko Kuriashi, up, and then down. Again, it requires a lot of work. Core muscles don't have to be 100% engaged all the time. This is the thing. It's like, it's not like you engage core muscles 100% at the beginning, and then whatever happens, don't drop them. No, that's not how it works. They engage, they disengage a little bit, but then they engage again, and disengage and engage. So the process is that in long technique, like let's say this Shomechi Minage, it's not that you engage, and whatever happens, don't drop them. No, engage them, disengage them, engage them, disengage them, but be aware of them. That's kind of the intention of this. Okay, so the engage core muscles, start behind, controlling your prana, raising up. Here, for example, very important to engage now. Control, keep engaged, and project. And you can relax. Okay, so engage core muscles, enter, go down, control. Possibly you relax a little bit here if you wanted. Lift up, engage one more time, engagement, and cut. Okay. Engage core muscles, enter, cut down. Maybe disengage a little bit for a second. Engage core muscles again, up and out. One more. Enter, down, control, up, engage core muscles, and up, and so on. Okay. The last exercise that we were doing a lot during the week was Suwari-waza Kokyuho. When we enter in Suwari-waza Kokyuho, remember, as Moreno Sensei indicates, first of all, do not wait. So you present. But there's going to be a moment of contact. And because the structure of Kokyuho, there is no offline kind of thing that helps us to redirect that. Now, the offline is going to be going up in a little bit, in a sense. But there is no offline of the body. So you square, your partner meets your square, and then you have to deal in that squareness. Whenever the meeting happens, something has to tense. Otherwise, you're just like a, wet soup and you're going to be progressed. Something has to tense. Something has to engage. Maybe engagement is a better word than tensing. Okay. When you're going out and meeting, and when just before the meeting happens, ensure that your core muscles are well engaged. Okay. So here you raise hands. Engage core muscles, up, keep them engaged, choose one side, and move down with core muscle engaged. Yeah, okay, engage core muscles, hands out. So when the connection happens, your muscles are engaged, pivot to one side, and down. One more time, and up, core muscles, up, pivot, one side. Engage core muscles, meet, pivot, and pulse. And so on. Anyway, so we just need to keep studying and keep working on that. Keep working on the awareness of your core muscles vertically and 360 degrees. Keep working on the strength and conditioning of your core muscles through all the different exercises that we have in the program. And remember during your practice, in your basic techniques, your basic taisabaki, to engage core muscles and then work with them throughout the practice. Okay? Great. はい。
どうもありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。